It is a union of different artists encouraging political change in their country of Burkina Faso under the dictatorial leadership of Blaise Compaoré, who took the presidency in a coup, killing the much respected and revered leader Thomas Sankara. This was on October 15, 1987. His Congress for Democracy and Progress party has been at the helm of Burkina Faso's political scene, and the Tekre collective are demanding change in the following song. Please watch the video.
Mordenom jag flotam leverer Demokrasi katren hit nedaye Ton kanadora sak nyawaye Wakin yali alka burikin damba ikia Kimasa yala tekre Il est temps de partir Il est temps de montrer la vraie démocratie Burikin damba ikia Kimasa yala tekre Il est temps Je t'en prie Il est temps, Vajemba fola, chana fola, Vajemba fola, jamana deo, commando bola, actually kitolo Johnny Low, Watilla Malia Haki, but Sebera Lina.
So joining me in the studio is members of Tekre Collective, actually two of them. On my far right, my far left actually, that's Manu, and my immediate left is
Baba.
Baba. Okay, gentlemen, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you for receiving us.
Yeah, this is a beautiful video with a beautiful message. In fact, a powerful message. So now tell us how this project came to be. We'll start with you, Manu.
We had the idea of contributing to the political, situation in our country. And as artists, we thought that, we could best do it to our music. So we had some other members of the collective that are not musicians, but they share the ideals and views. And then we have people who took care of the technical part as making the song, the beat, and others are in the communication field. And others also did image, everything to edit the video. So it's a union of simply Burkinabe people, students, and, Burkinabe people that want to voice, the concerns of the people,
So Manu, Baba, actually, tell us the name Tekre. You said it means change.
Tekre means change. Collective just means an aggregation or congregation of people for change. So Tekre is change.
Okay, how many of the people, the artists, are involved in this?
I believe we currently have up to seven artists that are all involved in this. And then you have also videographers, students, and just regular people.
So these were Burkinabe youths
the diaspora, right?
That's right. Diaspora who put. Now, what languages are you singing? I noticed maybe three. English, one of them. French, one of them.
I sing More. Nasser sings Bambara. Other people sing French, and and English.
Okay, so is this kind of hip-hop? Would you classify that as hip-hop?
Well, it can be classified as hip-hop. Although we did not aim at coming up with a hip-hop track, the artists that were featured used the skills that they had the most.
Right.
So you also have some singing, as you see. Manu, who is a rapper here, actually sang. Right. And you have Nabi, who is a singer. So you have at least 3 singers ups as well, another singer. So we had a few singers and few rappers, although the rhythmic is more hip-hop than anything else.
Right. So now, how long does this project take? I mean, from when you started to write the
I would
music?
say about 1 month and a half when we had the idea. So we mobilized all the resources and contacts to put, the project in place, and we talked about what we had to say and our position.
Right.
We have an ideology. We don't want to just be perceived as people who are angry and just looking to cause trouble. No.
Yeah.
We are here because we think it is a patriotic call and a responsibility for us to be there when history needs us to participate.
Right.
In my country, we say something in my language, it means if the family has its dance, so every member of the family should put a leg in there.
Okay. to dance.
Exactly.
That's beautiful. Now, we know that your country has been under the helm of, obviously, Blaise Compaoré, who's been holding on to power. This is, 27 years now, since 1987.
Yes.
And this is following the coup that killed Thomas Sankara, who was quite a nation builder. I mean, he had very many policies that are still admired by a lot, but never repeated by so many of our African leaders. So what have been the most outright, disservice that he's done to the people of Burkina Faso? Is it just staying in power for too long?
Actually, the need to articulate this came out of the lack of respect for the Constitution in a democratic state that we claimed. So he's been in power for very long, and he's done 2 terms of 7 years, which was for life, that has been readjusted to 5 years twice with a limited time of two turns. So this is now the second time of the second term of the 5 years. So this is 14 and 10 years. And people are saying that's enough now because they are trying to change the Constitution so he can represent himself again one more time. And people are saying no to that, and they're asking for a change. And we are in our walk also, accompanying the people also.
Yeah. I know that Blaise Compaoré went to the Muammar Gaddafi, university, which is called the Harvard for Tyrants.
Yeah.
So, and he kind of formulated himself out of this dictator, Muammar Gaddafi, in certain ways. And sometime in 1998, he killed a journalist, Norbert Zongo, who's never been found, and the case has still not been resolved. Has this been one of those situations where you felt that there is need to raise your voices and speak for a change?
I mean, the death of Norbert Zongo changed a lot. The people came together and showed that they don't like this way of treating, people that are not with you, who don't think the same way as you.
Right.
So the people came together, and I think it has changed a lot of the mentality. Of the people came to realize that, they can't just complain. They have to stand together and face, whatever is in face, and, voice their concerns. Okay. So yes, and one thing we also Tekre is about is that the way of governing from Blaise Compaoré, we think that it has to change because there is no comprehension between the leaders and the people. And the people want the leaders to show them their vision. I don't think this is what the leaders are doing because most of the country's economic resources are concentrated in the hands of a few.
Right.
Let's say that 5% of the people have more than 80% of the wealth. So the wealth is not equally shared.
Distributed,
Exactly. So we think that there has to be a change. And Blaise Compaoré has done what he could do. And it is time for new blood in the system. You showed us what, your vision was. So let somebody else take us somewhere else,
Okay. Are there any opposition parties that are probably standing up right now to try and compete with him?
Exactly. The opposition is there, but it has always been a very weak one. They've never, and like I told you, if you're not in the circle, then you lack financial resources, to voice your agenda. So it's always been a weak opposition. But recently, as of January, his closest friends, the ones who were there from his start, 3 of them left him because of his stubbornness to modify the constitution. So they stepped away and came back to the opposition. And right now, they have a lot of followers. So that has changed a little bit of the political scene.
Right, okay. Now, I'm going to ask you one question also. This is a question that we spoke about before this interview, that what do you people in Burkina Faso feel about your contribution since you're coming out from the diaspora?
Well, we've heard critiques about what we're doing. Some people are, as in anything that you will do, you will always have critics. So we find them also legitimate. So they are concerned that we may not directly be impacted by whatever that is going back home in Burkina Faso. So, and another critique was that we are not real Burkinabes because we left the country and we're here. So my response to this is that if you leave your country, no one actually, I believe, will want to be born somewhere where people love you and you love people, and have to leave this place and go to a place where no one knows you to start a new life there.
Right.
So we are here in the research and in the effort to gather resources so we can go back and help our brothers and sisters. A lot of musicians got here and they stopped doing music, or they disinterest themselves from anything that is going on there. We're not doing the same thing. We consider ourselves as as legitimate children of Burkina Faso, just as those that stayed there. The only difference is that we're here and that they're there. And I don't think it really matters where we are, because what really, the struggle is everywhere, okay? What matters most is the idea. And the idea that we have to keep the country in our heart, to be informed and to participate in that change is the most valuable contribution we can make.
Okay. I would add that there is a saying in my language that says, no matter how long a piece of wood has been in a river, it will never become a crocodile.
Right.
Because it's not because we are in America that we have lost our identities of being Burkinabe.
Right.
Most of what we earn here, we invest back home because we have our family there, and we intend on going back to build our country. We came here as a missionary, and we have to go back. If not, we cannot come here and just get lost and, never think about, no, we are patriots. And as Thomas Sankara said, we have to send the youth out to gather the intelligence and, whatever resources they can have to go back and to build our countries,
Absolutely. So, okay, in closing, if you had a moment to speak to your fellow Burkinabes, what would you say to them?
I would say to them that their struggle is just. They have to keep demanding more democracy. That's how we can become stronger as a country. And I would also tell those in power to listen to the voice of the people and understand that the people really need change. It's like it's a constipation, you know.
Right.
We have to change, to take, you know, all those, you know, those things out of the way so that people can continue for a better future.
Okay, and you?
Well, it's pretty obvious. We have our stand, and if you actually want to see this, we're asking just for change. Fungi, imagine yourself, if no one actually has left a seat so you can come, you wouldn't be sitting here to conduct this interview.
Right.
So also, you would like to probably one day be sitting somewhere in all tranquility and listening to someone conducting the interview at your place. So change is a necessary act for things to progress. And we are asking, when is the rendezvous where this change will happen? No more promises. We just want to see this manifest. We are with the people, and their call is legitimate. We are 100% with them. And the Collectif Tekre has come together and put all the efforts and resources, time, and everything to show support in that matter.
Okay, so there you heard it, people. This is Manu and Baba of Collectif Tekre. They actually launched their video and song today in Burkina Faso. So please stay tuned. I'm Fungai Maboreke, Sahara TV.